So welcome to the channel, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that I've talked about on my channel before, but I wanted to make an updated video just because I think that this storyline or idea or theory, whatever you want to consider it, is a actual real possibility as we go into Heartland Season 14, just because of the way the show is going and what it looks like is going to happen with Heartland Season 14, just from looking at the behind-the-scenes photos and stuff like that. And the topic or theory or storyline idea that I'm talking about is the idea that Amy and Ty get divorced in Heartland Season 14. But before we get into all that, I need to remind you guys to please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell me where's to go of 20,000 subscribers. I would really appreciate that. But let's jump into today's video. So as I said, I have talked about this idea on my channel before. I have made a video talking about the storyline idea I had about Amy and Ty getting a divorce in Heartland Season 14, and I made that video around the time that the rumors about Graham not returning to Heartland had just come out, and everyone was talking about it and freaking out and being like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to Heartland? And I said in that video that I thought the rumors about Graham not returning to Heartland were fake. I thought they were fake. It was fake information, fake articles, and it turns out that Graham is returning to Heartland Season 14, but the more we see the behind-the-scenes photos and photos that the cast are sharing from the set of Heartland Season 14, it's becoming obvious to everyone that Graham is not going to play a major role in Heartland Season 14, so then that leaves the question, what's going to happen to Amy and Ty? And before I talk any more about this idea or storyline idea, I need to make it very clear that I am in no way, shape, or form affiliated with Heartland. I don't work for CBC. I don't know cast or crew. I know nothing. I repeat, I know nothing that is going to happen in Heartland Season 14, so therefore nothing that I say is confirmed to be happening in Heartland Season 14 because I know nothing that is going to happen. This is just my own thoughts, opinions, and ideas. I thought I should make that very clear before I continue with this video. Now, when I talk about Amy and Ty being divorced, why do I think that this is a possibility? Well, it all comes from the fact that Graham is not on set a lot, or at all, pretty much. We've only seen him be on set for maybe once or twice. We've only seen a couple of behind-the-scenes videos shared on the official Heartland Instagram page, and that was like months ago, or it feels like months ago. And we do have a set release date for Heartland Season 14, which is January 10th on CBC. It'll be airing in Canada on CBC and CBC Gem. I'm just going to address this question right now. I do not know when it's going to be available in the US or on Netflix. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not in any way, shape, or form affiliated with Heartland, so those are answers that I do not, those are questions I do not know the answers to. But anyway, as I said, I made videos talking about Amy and Ty being divorced a long time ago. But with the obvious, or the becoming more obvious, what am I trying to say? The more it becomes obvious that Graham is not going to play a major role in Heartland Season 14, the more that these storylines can happen, and the more likely it is that they might happen. Does that make sense? You guys know what I mean. So why do I think a storyline like this should and could and might happen? Well, it's simple. Amy and Ty, to many people, are the main characters of Heartland, okay? I've made it clear before, I don't think they're the main characters, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to say that they're main characters, because I know for the majority of people, Amy and Ty are the main characters for Heartland Season 14, and just basically for the entire show. And one of the questions I get a lot is, what's going to happen to Amy and Ty in Heartland Season 14? I don't know. Or I will get comments saying I will stop watching if Amy and Ty are not the main couple in Heartland Season 14. So, you guys have made it very clear to me that Amy and Ty are the reason you watch Heartland. And this is why I think a storyline like this is important as we go into Heartland Season 14. Because, again, you guys think Amy and Ty are the main characters, so anything that is going to happen to Amy and Ty, whether positive or negative, will greatly affect the show. And that is even why these fake articles about Graham not returning at all were made in the first place, because people that run these websites that talk about TV shows and movies and possible upcoming ideas and stuff like that, they know that Amy and Ty are the main characters. They know that fans care about what happens to the main characters, because the main characters, I use quotes because I feel like all characters of Heartland are main characters, but for the sake of this video, Amy and Ty are the main characters. So the people that run these sites that talk about what could happen in the upcoming season of any show know that whatever happens to the main characters is going to greatly affect the show. And again, that's why these were made in the first place. So when it comes to Amy and Ty, why would a divorce, why would that need to happen? Well, for 3 reasons actually. I have 3 reasons why I think that this should happen and could happen and needs to happen, sort of. So Amy and Ty are the main characters. So that means whatever happens to them, whether positive or negative, will affect the show greatly. Whatever happens. Because you fans are greatly emotionally connected to these characters, especially with Heartland, because we have got to know these characters over the past decade, and a lot of people, myself included, have grown up with this show, or you have watched the characters grow up on the show and you've become emotionally connected to them. So anything that happens to them, whether positive or negative, is going to affect you and is going to affect the show. That's just what happens with long-running TV shows. And then the other thing is, with Graham being a main character and portraying the character of Ty Borden in Heartland, if he is going to leave the show, that is going to affect the show. I know I'm not the biggest fan of Amy and Ty, but I'm not stupid. I know that Graham's absence is going to affect the show. So why not have his last storyline that he is involved with be one that affects the show? It makes sense to me. And like, if they don't address his absence and it's not because of some big reason, I'm just gonna be like, you just missed a million possible storylines for every other character, and you just okay. So I think that his last storyline needs to be something dramatic, because one, he's a main character, so anything that happens is going to dramatically affect the show. Again, whether positive or negative, that is really up to the writers and how they choose to portray it and deliver it to us as we watch Heartland Season 14. And again, dramatic storylines, I've mentioned this before and I'm going to mention it again because I truly believe this when it comes to TV shows. And again, guys, I've been reporting on TV shows for the past 6 years. What is happening to my voice? I'm losing my voice. I'm making so many videos. Dramatic storylines are a way that writers can keep fans coming back for episode after episode, watching it live every Sunday on CBC, in this case with Heartland premiering on CBC on Sunday nights. Dramatic storylines for any TV show, including Heartland, obviously, are ways that writers can ensure that viewers come back because they want to see what happens. And again, I've said this before and I'll say it again because it is very critical to the future of Heartland. How many people that watch Heartland live every week on CBC is what CBC uses to determine whether or not there should be a Heartland Season 15, Season 16, Season 17, etc. And in order for the viewership to stay up, writers need to keep audiences engaged. And I know Heartland has one of the most devout fan bases I've ever seen of any TV show. Like, people love this show. But dramatic storylines they ensure basically that people keep coming back because they want to know what happens. So with Amy and Ty being the main character and being the main characters, and as well with the divorce storyline, if they choose to go that way with Season 14, it will keep people coming back one, because Amy and Ty are the main characters, and two, if they drag out the storyline of the divorce for, like, let's say half the season, then, you know, episodes 1 and 2 will be introducing the season as normal. Probably everything will happen as normal, and then episodes 3 and 4, maybe something happens with Amy and Ty, and then so on and so forth. But as you guys can see, like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe this, because it's kind of hard to explain, sort of. Anyway, so if they have the storyline of Amy and Ty be not dragged out, but take place, I don't want to use the word dragged out because that just is going to make it seem boring, but if they had the storyline of Amy and Ty being divorced, and that whole story arc and storyline take place over multiple episodes, that is going to ensure that people are coming back again because they want to know what's going to happen. They care about Amy and Ty. And then again, that is going to ensure that Heartland Season 14 has a higher viewership, so then we're going to get a Heartland Season 15, Season 16, etc. Do you see where I'm going with this? And also, last point I'm going to make, because I feel like I've been talking forever, is that with the storyline of Amy and Ty being divorced, that brings on so many more possible storylines, and by so many I mean, like, I can think of 20 just as I'm sitting here right now. You have a storyline that could contain a new possible love interest for Amy. You have a storyline that could follow Ty and what he does next if they choose to, you know, have two separate storylines with different characters. Eventually, I'm not saying they should do that right away. You also have the whole idea of Lindy and Jack and Lou and all that. All this storyline, whether it be separation, divorce, whatever, between Amy and Ty, that's going to affect every character. And I can think of, again, hundreds and hundreds of different storylines for every character that this one storyline could bring about. And as writers, you are always trying to figure out storylines that people want to see, people care about, and that will have people coming back to watch every episode, because writers care about viewership and numbers, because they want to continue Heartland for as long as possible. And honestly, I think that this could really change Heartland. Duh, it's really going to change Heartland. Of course it is. But I think that it could bring about change, obviously. But I think that if they choose to go down that road, the writers of Heartland will do it in a very, very good way. Because a divorce storyline or a separation storyline, it's already been done in Heartland. We've seen it with not Amy and Ty, Lou and Peter. Was I happy about that? No, I was not. Am I still angry about that? Yes, I am. Am I still hoping that Lou and Peter will get back together? Yes, I am. But we've already seen a divorce storyline in Heartland before. But it wasn't with Amy and Ty. People are so connected with Amy and Ty, it honestly blows my mind. I've never seen people be so connected to two fictional characters in my life before. And I'm like, okay, they're just characters, they're not real people, but alright. Anyway, I think that this storyline, the more we see the behind the scenes photos and stuff, the more I think that it's possible because of how much Graham is being and will probably be absent on the show. And I just think that if he's going to leave the show, if he's going to be absent, why not just make it a part of the story and have it change the course of Heartland? That is just my opinion. You guys can have other opinions, that is completely fine. But I just think that if a character is leaving, why not make it a part of the storyline? And why not have it directly and dramatically change the storyline of the entire show? Because the departure of any character is going to greatly affect the show. So why not just have a storyline that goes along with it that dramatically changes the storyline? That's just my opinion. But anyway, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.